I'm off to the forest. It has been raining quite a lot in the past few days, so there's quite a big chance for us to find some mushrooms. And I have brought my trusty basket and my mushroom knife, so hopefully we'll be able to forage some mushrooms, and if not, I hope we can at least find something that will be usable for the garden, like for example any mulch or twigs that we can use in the compost or anywhere on our garden. So join me in this foraging mission. I have to say that the forest is one of my favorite places to be in the world. It's just so peaceful, so serene, and I just love the smell of the forest as well, especially when there are some mushrooms growing. You can really get to smell them from far away, and whenever you find one, it's just pure ecstasy. So I'm hoping we will be able to find something. If not, then it's fine. It's a nice, peaceful walk in the forest. And I've been taught to love the forest and to forage mushrooms from my grandmother and grandfather from my father's side. I used to spend all summer with them in Moravia at their cottage, and we would always just do stuff around the garden and take long hikes, trips into the forest to forage for mushrooms or anything that might be usable, any sort of twigs or something for a fire as well. So they just really taught me to appreciate nature and the forest, and I'm very grateful for them for teaching me that, because it has stayed with me for this whole time. And I can't imagine living life any differently. Like if I didn't go into the forest every now and then, I would probably go crazy. All right, that's enough rambling, and let's look for some mushrooms. We got lucky and we found our first mushroom. It's a mushroom from the Russula family. In the Czech Republic they are called holubinka. And a lot of the mushrooms from the Russula family are not edible, but the ones that are not edible in most cases are red. And a simple test that you can do with any Russula is to nick off a little piece of the mushroom and just put it in your mouth and chew on it a little bit. I'll do that now. And then just spit it out. And if while chewing on the mushroom you had a very bitter taste in your mouth, or there's a remaining bitter taste in your mouth, then that's a clear sign that the mushroom is not edible and it's poisonous. So this one doesn't have that. I know for a fact that this one is edible, so I'm gonna just go ahead and harvest it. Right, just like that. Look at it. It's just really beautiful and clean. I'll just cut off a bit of the leg. You can see that it's very infected with worms, but I'll just take this as a whole. Most of the times you only take with you the head, you harvest the head, but I'll leave the leg to put in the compost. So we have two here. There were two little brothers here. And this one is completely clean. There are no worms in this mushroom. So into the basket they go. We have our first two mushrooms. And one thing with mushrooms is to make sure you're taking them out as a whole, out of their spot, and then covering up that spot with some some more of the soil and some leaves so that the exposed mycelium doesn't dry. That's the correct way to harvest mushrooms. I was able to find some chanterelles. This is a usual spot for them in the forest. I know of this spot, so it's very encouraging to see that they are growing here already. There's this one over here. It's quite big, ready for harvest. There are a few more here and here that are still very small, but around the area here there's a decent amount of them, so I will be harvesting just the big ones, and the smaller ones I will let to grow on, and we can come back for them on a later date. So let's get to harvest. See, we have this little beautiful chanterelle. They're such delicious mushrooms. I know they are sold in the grocery store for insane amounts, and rightly so. They're very beautiful. They hold their texture and they're very aromatic. So I'll gather them and then I'll show you the basket, how it's looking. Here we have our 4 chanterelles that I was able to gather that were of a decent size for harvesting, and the remaining small ones I left so that they can grow on. So we have quite a bit of a harvest. The fact that the chanterelles were here means that they will be in other places that I know of, so I'm expecting to get a lot more. Alright, so I'm back from the forest and I wanted to show you the final harvest. And we've got our lovely gentleman Mikeš here to assist with the video. He has just come here, we gave him some food and now he's just chilling, relaxing. So here I have all the mushrooms in a bowl, and as you can see it's our 2 Russulas, and we were able to get 21 of these Chanterelles. I hope you can see them. I'm sure I'm putting it where it should go. So I will just go ahead and cook this up now, and since this is not enough mushrooms for a whole meal, we will be putting it in our salad. So this will just work as a garnish for our salad. So I'll just go cook this up now. It's a wonderful night, and to complement that delicious salad we have made, we will be grilling some delicious salmon that has already been prepared here. It has been seasoned with some grill seasonings, salt and pepper. Here is the grill. It's already been prepared with everything, with all the coals, the fire starter and wood. So now all I have to do is just get this fire started. The salmon is done and I cannot wait to dig in, but first I have to grab some salad. And with all the salads and spinach from our garden, it's gonna be mighty delicious. So there we go, a big portion of salad. I might add myself a bit more. So let's give this a try, let's dig in. Yeah, it's perfectly cooked. It isn't raw in the middle. Yeah, that's great. Salmon is always great. And from the grill, it's even better than from a pan. Let's dig into this salad as well. I'm in heaven, guys. This is so delicious. Thank you so much for watching, and have an amazing day.